Well, hello there, and welcome to today's stream, where today I'm bringing you guys into this topic to bring me answers, not really to provide much answers, but to kind of open some conversation on the whole topic about stress, because this is something that I'm currently working through, and I want people's opinions on this. How do you handle stressful thoughts? I'm going to talk about that with you guys and get your information, your ideas on that, what you do about that specifically, see if I can glean something myself while playing some City Skylines 2. So let's have some fun with that. Welcome back to thoughtraid, a community about friends, gaming, and better ways of thinking. I'm Brandon, and today we're going to be playing some City Skylines while talking about the whole topic of stress and how do you specifically handle your own stressful thoughts. This is something that I'm kind of inviting you guys to bring in your ideas. What are some things that you've done that you know works for you when handling things that kind of stress you out on the inside? This is something I can provide some ideas, some things that's worked for me, and I want to talk about that, but really, I want to open the door for you guys to provide some back and forth about what you've learned specifically about handling stress, more specifically stressful thoughts, because I'm looking for conversation on this. So, rather than providing an exact answer. So yeah. But I wanted to play some City Skylines today because it's been a while since I played this game, and it's been updated a little bit. So some of the bugs should have been squashed out a little bit, and I'm excited about this whole game because City Skylines in general, when it's where it should be, it's freaking good. Also, at the same time, I should figure out how to make the music not as loud, because it is pretty loud. No, not photo mode. Back a step. Back up! Although I don't think I really want the actual music, because the music right now in City Skylines is it's okay. It's not my favorite. So I think, let's see, can I just make no music at all? Nope, not camera. This. Pause. Okay, cool. Cool. So we'll just turn that music off for now, and instead I'll have Pretzel play some music. I'll have it play... We'll do some lo-fi. Some good old lo-fi. Finally, the roles are reversed. Yes! Now is your chance. This is your time. Your time has come. Oh, gosh. all while playing some nice City Skylines. Alright. Nope. Okay, move that forward. Alright, and that music is way too loud. Okay, can't think. Alright, so yeah, I'll just have to say, finally, the rule. Okay, so now I'm reading all they're just saying. But before we get into that, how was your guys' day? Yes! So yes, before we go into the topic, that's a great way to start it off. How has your days been? I want to start, we're going to go down the list here. We're going to start, I want you to put a pin in that thought, Ava. We're going to come back to you since you're like, eh. Let's start with you, Zap. How has your day been? Let me know. What's been up today for you? I want to go each person at a time so you can have your moment to shine. What have you been up to today? Today is Tuesday, so I'm sure you probably had school. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember what I was doing in Gilbert City the last time I was here. I discovered Gilbert is supposed to be on the southern hemisphere, which is why it's February and summertime, which was confusing the crap out of me. I understand now. Got back from b-ball practice, starting to get some chemistry with team. First game is Sunday, school's fine. Okay. Well, that's nice. Getting some chemistry, that's always good to hear. Team chemistry, team cohesion. Rika Raleigh, plenty of free time, a hashtag happy life. I'm going to probably hear that a lot. Okay, sweet. And you got an itchy t-shirt. Rip. Darn. Okay, let's see what I've got going on in the city while I'm looking for that. Gaming Warrior saying, yes, it's been pretty nice getting ready for the festival making some good festive special food and prepping for lighting up the lantern. Sweet. So, but before I jump into how you're doing, Gaming Warrior, how is that? What else have you been up to this week? What has been? Let me ask a specific question. What has been one thing, just one thing that you've been mulling over multiple times throughout the week, between specifically Saturday to now? What's one thing that you've been kind of mulling over in your head when you have a free moment to think about it? Yes. Well, we will. I'll get to that, Gaming Warrior. Yes. Take a nap. Also, hello. Okay. Also, Dad, this is City Skylines. This is the most current model of what SimCity was. If you remember SimCity, this is like that, but now present day. There's an assembly tomorrow, so the school gave everyone these insanely uncomfortable t-shirts. Assembly. And if you don't wear them, you get 10% taken off your health grade for not wearing a t-shirt? That's interesting. Odd. But I couldn't try to make my best to make it this week. You're good. Not a problem. I understand people are busy. Like, thoughtraid is not anyone's life. You know, you've got other things you need to take care of. It's all good in this hood. Let's see. Here is my medical clinic. Okay, cool. That's the elementary school. We can give that a name. It doesn't have to actually be elementary school. Gilbert Elementary is what it could be turned into. But no, Zap, before you disappear for a short bit, if you're still there, what is one thought, one thing that you have been processing over in your head between Saturday till now? One thought. Uh-oh, car wreck. Rip whoever was driving that car. They look fine, though. Their car is not that terribly banged up. Let's see. And what time of the day it is? 12 a.m., so the sun will not be up for a bit. Okay. Do you want the deep stuff or the easy stuff? Whatever you prefer. If you want my preference to make a decision, I always love the deep stuff, but if that's not what you want to talk about, there is no expectation, just one thing. Yep, so you're on the same part of the country as I am. East Coast. Hey. Okay. So what does that look like for you? Thinking about the future. Are you thinking about like what you want to do with your life? Looking at, are you doing enough or whatever? Like, what does that look like? I need to figure out, what do I want to expand? They look like they're going to need some low residential stuff and some more commercial stuff. Okay, so, and a little bit of medium. So I'm going to expand what's going on here into here. We'll go do that. There was a job shadow thing I did recently, and it's made me think a lot about what I want to do for a career and just everything later in life. Okay. So what you've been thinking about? What if any conclusions have you come to? There's some stuff there. That'll drive down the need and desire for medium housing. And then the one still some more low housing and crap ton of retail. This is not going to work, apparently. We don't have enough retail here. This strip is not cutting it for Gilbert Town, Gilbert City. I have a message for everyone. May I say it? Yeah, I mean, you can take a second to say it while we're listening for what Zap has to say next. Sure. I think I'm still planning to be a cook because I was at a Navy base. Some of the stuff they were talking about was military jobs, and one of the things was a cook there. Oh, yes. Okay. So a little bit of following in your father's footsteps there. Like, in a sense, obviously not 1-to-1 ratio, but, in a sense. Make decent money and get the credentials you need to do to cook at any hotel in the country. That's specific. Specifically, any hotel in the country. Interesting. I don't know exactly what your dad does. I just remembered it was something to do with that. That is, different language than I know. It is City Skylines 2. And I am currently playing on the map that I first started playing ever since they've released the game. Okay, well that's sweet. Cool. Everyone is perfect, even if someone tells you that you are not. They are just very angry about their life and is taking it out on you. Just know you're awesome and loved and cared about. It is Sanskrit. Yes. Okay. I figured it was something from India. I didn't know what it was, but I figured. And no, I cannot translate that. Not without Google, and Google will probably butcher it too. It'd be a very poor translation. I don't know. I think thinking about what you're saying, Ava, I think I would want to say to that, I feel like perfect, like there could be a better way. Oh, this is City Skylines 2, Dad. That's what this game is. It's hard to see anything in the dark when it's nighttime. But no, this is essentially City Skylines 2. It's the predecessor, not the predecessor? I guess that's the right word, of SimCity, essentially. It's not by Maxis, who made SimCity, but it is the same type of game as SimCity. I'm sorry for your loss. He just is lost. He didn't have loss. Oh, you're good. I was gonna say to the idea, I don't know if perfect is the best word for it, because that would imply that everyone has no flaws. I don't know how accurate that is, but I would say though that people are enough. That you are enough. That you do not need to be someone else. You do not need to be more than what you are. And that you don't need to strive. I think I'd want to do that just to be... Because I'm always concerned people will take that and be like, yes, I have no flaws. I do not need to work on myself. I'm like, I don't think anyone's that way, but I do think a lot of people are unreasonably hard on themselves, though, and to that I would definitely agree. I'm definitely hard on myself too much, too often. So, Gaming Warrior, and yes, I do agree with Gaming Warrior says there. But Gaming Warrior, how has your week been? What have you been up to? I remember you saying something about preparing for some sort of festival, I think, if I remember correctly. I want to rename this elementary school. Make it from elementary school to Gilbert Elementary. Elementary. I don't know. Did I just butcher that? Just capitalize it. I remember one time I was playing City Skylines and I put an elementary school right next to a graveyard. And it was like the beginning of life and the end of life commingling together. Balanced as all things should be. Your week has been pretty busy. Okay. Something involving a lantern and a festival, I think. There has to be a lot of festivals within India. The Festival of Lights, or in native language, we say it as Diwali. I don't know. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Okay. Does preparing for this particular festival take a lot of work? Or is it pretty easy to prepare for? Because there does seem to be a large amount of festivals that might be hard to keep up with. We do have a lot of festivals, yes. It seems so, yes. I have noticed. We're in the season of multiple festivals here in the United States, right back to back. Such as, Halloween, and then, Thanksgiving, and then right after that is Christmas. And Veterans Day, but then after that there's... Americans do not really do major celebrations unless it's the 4th of July, Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Christmas. Maybe a little bit of Easter, and then after that, it's just pretty much normal every day for us. Not big on a lot of different celebrations, festivals, or customs of that nature. I hit Let's Play? Wait, are you playing City Skylines 2? You are subscribed to Cities 11. I'm trying to understand what you're talking about. It's mostly the food making, but it kind of does take a good time. Yeah, I imagine so. Okay, so you are playing City Skylines 2. Am I understanding that correctly? Okay, I am understanding that correctly. Cool. Yeah, you'd hit play, and then if actually I can show you save. Let me just save real quick so I can come back to this. Save. Yes. Do not show me this again. Can I exit without exiting everything? Exit to main menu. Okay, yeah. So you would be here, and you would want to hit new game, and then it would give you a bunch of different options of places to start. Each one of them would show you different details as to like what the theme of the place is, what hemisphere it's a part of, what kind of temperature range does it have, how much of the land is actually buildable and how much of it is just unbuildable. So we have that, and it will show you what kind of connections exist, how much ore, how much oil, how much forest, all that stuff you can see, and you can choose that. I think the current one I'm doing right now is Sweeping Plains, to be exact. And then you just select map, and then you can give it a name, and then go and press play. And then you can the tutorials will kind of guide you in what you need to be doing and how to do it. But for me, I'm going to load game. Map options. Natural disasters. Oh, okay. Load that game. Oh, you're good. You're good. Sorry for bothering you. I wanted to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. I want to be the very best. Flexible and convenient to order management, blah, 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 blah. Not right now. I do not need any help in that right now. I am happy with the slow, steady growth that we're having, but I appreciate it. Okay, let's start that again. So, okay, so then Gaming Warrior. Next question. What's one thing, just one, that you have been thinking about that's been on your mind now from Saturday to now? Something that you've been kind of pondering over, figuring out how to properly deal with it, whatever. What has been one thing that has been specifically on your mind? Welcome back, Ava. Also, I'm curious why Twitch chat is showing up on the stream, but not YouTube chat. That's weird. It should be showing both the chats, and it's only showing one of them. Odd. I don't know how to fix that. Do I fix it if I go to this, and then to this? So far, no. Sweet! Well, welcome back. So we've got a whole new section there that's taking care of some of that issue. Now we need more commercial districts. So where shall I zone that? We've got the route heading out that way. I'll probably put some more here. Is it raining? I think it's raining. It is raining. Very lightly, but it is still raining. It is raining without a single cloud, but it is in fact still raining. Hey! So you're now on Twitch? Trying to read a book that has big wordings of Sanskrit and really hard to understand and even harder to translate. Okay. Well, hey, welcome to the Twitch side of things. For some reason, Twitch chat is showing up just fine, but what, not YouTube? That's not usual. Usually it shows both of them, and it's only showing one. Weird. That's all good. I went to get instructions from you. I press a button, taking me to City Skylines 11. Well, I mentioned 2, and I am lost. It's hard to... It would be a lot easier for me to explain if I were to see it in person than to try to explain. Did you see the description that I was giving you of how to get to the map in the first place? Because I did take a second to explain that. Gosh, it feels like a never-ending night. It's like a 10,000-page book. That's a lot. Thank you. Okay, I'll do it one more time, Dad. I'm doing it for you. Save. Yes. Heavy one, too. Okay. Welcome back. I'm helping my dad play City Skylines 2. Alright, are you on this screen here? What screen are you on, Dad? Thank you. Also, so you've been reading a book. I think you live. Okay. But so you're currently watching me, are you playing City Skylines at the same time? I've never played City. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. So you're not playing, you're just watching me play the game. Is that correct? Okay. Okay, I'm thinking you're trying to play the game and I'm trying to explain how to play the game. Never mind. Let me load this back up again. Gotta clarify. Okay. So, you're reading a big book of Sanskrit. It's got over 10,000 pages, and it's a heavy read. But so, is that connected to what you've been thinking about over the past bit? Has it brought up questions in your head or things you're kind of like working through? Because I'm asking, what's something you've been thinking about and processing through on the inside over the past couple of days, Gaming Warrior? And also, I just recognized something real quick. I need to change my sound settings because the game is coming through something separate, I think. Go to music and have it come through speakers. Not speakers, wrong thing. Come through system. There we go. That's better. Pull that back up. And we should be good. Oh, your Twitch crashed. Oh no. No, like, trying to find it, it's a bit like a combination of different books. It's hard to explain, but it's like different ways of opinions, or opinions of God, like Isaiah and John. Similar to that, I don't know of. Okay. Yes, the rain. The rain is nice. 10,000 pages, so some light bedtime reading. Ah, yes. The lightest there could be. I want to speed up time because I do not want to keep sitting in absolute darkness. One of the things I love about this, and I love about any kind of game that brings it into existence, is the fact that there are changing seasons, and that seasons mean something now. Whereas before it was always summer, or always winter. No zap, it'd be 100-page read daily. I hear this complaint about needing more health. But I have a clinic over here, and it's not full, and it has pharmaceuticals in their storage. So I think it should be fine. We still have a high need for commercial, which is something. I'll put some commercial over here and here. I read like 2,000 pages in a week once. One time. Okay. That's a lot of reading. My head would be on tilt. I may be able to read 2,000 pages within a week if it was a grip. If I had nothing else to do and it was a horror book, then I probably could do that. For whatever reason, horror gets me gripped more than anything else than reading, and most else just kind of goes whoop. Red verb past tense. As it's a sacred book, so you don't have, can't really read it like a storybook, even though it's consisting of stories and deities. You have something that is a whole bunch of stories, but you cannot do that? Interesting. Oh, God. I have one video of that when Axe and I were playing, what is it called? Backrooms. Did that, I think, back in February. Lord have mercy. Have you noticed that in real life, we have had North Carolina blue skies and warm weather? I definitely have. And yes, the backrooms, it was not as terrifying as it could be, but it was still terrifying enough. And very unsettling. It is, yeah. There's some weird glitches about it that makes it not quite as bad. But still. Think of it like your Sunday prayer. You can't skip one part and jump to another. It's like that. I mean, I guess depends on what part of Christianity you're talking about, though. I've played it literally streamed over 1,000 times. Wow. But focusing in. So, asking again, Gaming Warrior. One thing that has been on your mind that you've been processing through and trying to figure out the answer for. Is that not an area where I can plop down? Okay, it already is being used. Got it. Let's see here. Okay. There's a lot of people parked down the road. There's like... That's interesting. I wonder if I put... Actually, I don't think I have access to that. Let's see. Parking areas. I have some things I can spend. Advanced road service. Parking areas. I wonder... I have 0 points available, though, so... Never mind. But the reason why I thought... Reason why I thought is because I wanted to learn more about the family of the god that I am worshiping. Okay. And also because I'm curious. What is driving you to be interested in this god's family? No, I can't. It puts me so far behind. Oh, rip. Interesting. Sometimes stream on here is better on Twitch than it is on YouTube. Oh, that bothers me right there. That's not okay. I need to fix that. Oh. Let's see. Actually, let me just... Can I delete it? Delete it and eat it. There we go. And then build it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Have a good night, Ava. Thank you for dropping by. Although... Wait. I was going to get around to you and asking how your week has been, and the same question I've been asking Gaming Warrior. If you want to stick around and say that. If not, that's fine. The reason is because his father is considered as the god of gods, as well as god of death. Yes, the same one we talked about a few streams ago. Okay. Is City Skylines 2 better than the old cities? Right now, not quite yet. Graphically, it is better. And there's a lot of good simulations in it, but there's a lot of also bugs involved that make some things not as great yet, but it's getting there. Already, some of the way that it simulates and stuff is really good. But there is a decent amount of bugginess to it still. Let's see. And I guess while we're at it, too, I'm going to send you the meaning of what the prayer I sent you. Okay. I guess while I'm at it, too, Dad, how has your couple of days been? And what is one thing that you have been internally processing in your head and looking for the answer for? Whether you have it or not, just you've been thinking about passively. Do I want to build commercial districts out this way? So I've got this area. You can follow it here on your way to work, commute. And there actually is a growing need for industry, so I might do some of that too. Add a little bit more industrial jobs. Sweet. The question is, first question, how have you been the past couple of days? That's the first question. How has your week been from, I guess, Saturday to now? So we'll just start there. Let's see. I want to build a road here. Okay, what kind of tea? And let me buy some land for myself. Move in that direction. Just all that. I've been very different. Okay, spice. Oh, your specialty. Okay, it's your specialty. Get it? It's your specialty. The tea you're very good at. But what does that mean? You've been very different. What does that mean? Mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
And I don't want to hear another word about our personal problems until I get this down.
Okay. There. Is that straight? That does not look straight. That looks curved, and that's bothering me. You're thinking, okay. Oh, lordy lord. I cannot. My road must be straight. There we go. Now it's straight. And now I can build out this way. And then maybe I can do a tiny little roundabout here. Boop. For fun. You're much more aware of the world around you. Okay, well that's good. Be aware of your environment. Oh, help. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I probably have many, many nickels. Welcome back. My town has an insatiable need for commerce. I need to figure out a new area to start building in. You would be very rich, yes. What's one thing you're more aware of about the world around you, Dad? Let's see, how do I want to ensure there's more commercial districts? Yeah, this man is my father.
All right, let's bring that beat back.
Let's see. There. Nope, that's not a 90-degree angle. I can't have it. It's not literally... If it's not literally perfect, it's not good enough. Oi. City Census Bureau. Data shows people have begun dying more than usual. I don't understand. Where is this frickin' census? Show me the census. Event journal. No. Underground. No. City statistics. Money. Population count. Population's been on the rise. Number of households on the rise. Death rate. Death rate is on the way. What do you mean death rate's on the rise? It's on the decrease. Shut up. So yes, so you're talking about you're more aware of the world around you. So what's one thing? The answer is how big our God is, but that's just about God specifically, unless there's how this is interconnected. Birth rate. Can I have both? I cannot have both. I can only see one at a time. Citizens moved away. Citizen birth rate just up and plateaued. Happiness. Health and wealth. Health has decreased slightly. Well-being has somehow decreased. Okay. It was up, or it was completely down, then it jumped up, and now it's sinking. Well-being. What is causing the well-being to go up and down? That's interesting. I believe God's doing a new thing in the earth. Okay. It's a pleasure to meeting you, Brandon. It's really nice, fella, meeting you. Brandon's a really nice fella. It helped me get a lot more close to God, and I want to thank you for that as well. I think what I want to do is I want to have a road, not a circuit, a road that connects here. And then this will go all the way down this way. And then this center section will be all commerce. And it will kind of still follow along. All this will become commerce area. People can come along this road and they'll get to their goods. Why do you suddenly have condemned condition? That's weird. But now we've dropped down the need for commercials. That's good. That's what I want. Because I have so much commercial, so little time. But we now have a bigger need for medium-spaced stuff. Dad of Brandon. Okay. Let's add some more housing, get some more people in here. Reach towards our first 1,000. Milestones. Grand Village. We're still building in that direction. So, are you going to say more to what you said, Dad, or is that the main thing you wanted to say? Because if so, we'll move on to the main focus. Trees. I'll plant some more trees here. Foliage. Is that bamboo? No, it's pine. Okay. Can't build any more there. Okay, cool. Have some pines. I have more, but not easy to communicate. Okay. So, I wanted to talk today about methods of dealing with stress. Stressful thoughts, specifically. That is the main thing I wanted to focus on today. Not necessarily just stress in general, but stressful thoughts. Reason being is because I'm recognizing that I've got some space to grow here. I have some methods that have worked for me when it comes to dealing with stressful thoughts, and one of the highest ones has been talking about my thoughts, externalizing them talking about with people, not just keeping the thoughts in my head so they can germinate into whatever they want to be. And that's worked well in many different cases. But one of the things that I recognize is that not everyone's going to be available for me every time I'm going through something stressful, and not everyone that is available also is going to have good wisdom. And so there's going to be times where I'll have to work through stuff, and I'll have to work through stuff myself. And I'm looking just to learn from people. Specifically, looking into ways that you've learned to deal with internal stress, stressful thoughts, ways you've learned to cope with that so it doesn't completely, like, prevent you from being able to move through your average day. So I want to know what your thoughts are. I want to know what you've learned in ways of handling and dealing stressful thinking. And we can kind of share, compare notes. So if this is something that interests you, if you've thought about this, this is your floor to speak. The reason why I believe is because I've seen people change way faster in the last decade, and it's both in good and bad ways. But the good part is that we are, as a country, getting big. But the sad part is that we are forgetting about traditions, which I have been going for thousands of years. I suppose, but I will say, thinking about India and forgetting traditions, I will say, it's notable that in comparison to the United States, India seems to have a better grip on their traditions than America does. Unfortunately. So it may not be as bad as you see, but there's probably always ways to kind of keep the tradition alive. Greenow biofuel. Lapo, just Lapo. Big Feet Incorporated. Oh boy. Bev Pop. Interesting businesses. Spendle's Rides. Who is Spendle? What is he selling? Scandic Baron. And then we got Crapfish Granules. Crapfish Granules. Oh boy, that appetizing question mark? Then we got Lapo again. Lopo. Anu's interior design. Anu apparel. Wait, I feel like I've heard this name before in previous games. Wingbacks. Is that a shoe one? Doesn't really show. Pernod apparel. That's what it is. Pernod. That's what I remember specifically. Pernod apparel. Italian jeans. Which is bad because we are like one of the biggest ones with one of the most interesting histories you can find. Heck, we even have our own versions of some of the modern technologies. Oh, that's cool. I've been thinking, speaking of having your own version of modern technology, I've been thinking, I wonder how many programming languages there exist, because not everything is programmed into English. There might be some things programmed into Chinese, or programmed into Japanese, or programmed into... Maybe it's also into Sanskrit. Has been kind of on my mind a little bit. Thinking of like personal transports, or not personal transports, I'm thinking of transports. but personal technologies to a particular country. I'm thinking of I've heard of the jeepney, of something that's in the Philippines. So I'm curious what modern technologies specifically exist in its own version within India. Should be interesting to know. Gosh, there's a huge need for industry again. Okay. Like, for example, we have our own medicine called Ayurveda. They can't forget the meditation traditional, and maths, arts, and much, much more. Okay. Give me a 90-degree, there we go, angle. Yeah, there we go. 90-degree angle. Nope. Almost. Wait, nope. Nope. I guess I'll have to do. Okay. Okay, cool. Robot, population increased. Hee-haw! Yeah, we do have different types of methods of traveling, but generally, because if you're doing a religious path, you're most likely going to walk, so there's that. Well, yeah, okay. Sounds like almost like a monk thing to do. Imagine living here and part of your view is just that over there. Not the best of views. I want this to be an expansion of that. We've now reached 1,100 people. We be growing out here. Now this is not that bad of a view. You can still see the industrial section, but you do have a forest between you and that. So that's not bad. Okay, cool. So yeah, for those who are still listening and still watching, like, thinking back, focusing in again. Stress. Dealing with stress. Handling stress. Way to create your own antidote against any poison. Interesting. That's interesting. I tell the Lord I cannot handle the problems in my mind, and then I voice it with inaudible words, not loud. And then a scripture rises up in my thoughts of his answer, and I rest in those thoughts. So what do you mean by rest in those thoughts? What does that look like to you? And also, Gaming Warrior, how do you handle stressful thoughts? High rent. Okay, I wonder what causes that specifically. I guess it's just not enough stuff for them to sell? Question mark? How are we doing here? We've got plenty of people in school, but not too many that we don't have enough space, so we're good there. 1% dropout rate. Darn. There's not enough of a lifetime to explain all the religious things as there's a lot. It's all good. the answer from the Holy Spirit allows you to forget about the problem. But how? How do you let go of something that you were previously stressed about when the Holy Spirit gives you an answer? For me, I usually do a meditation or do prayers whenever I get stressed. Faith. But what does that look like? Turn that into actionable terms for me. Because from my experience, I definitely have spent time responding to the things that worry me with what the Word of God says. I've done that. But the problem is that when I stop, usually those thoughts just come right back. And so I spent time accomplishing little because the thoughts are still there, and that's the frustrating part. It's like I'm trying to figure out ways to deal with that where I can reliably move on. And you seem to have found a way to do that, so I'm curious how that looks. I use my imagination. Okay. So, what does that look like? I build all these housing, and it did not decrease my need for low-density residential, which is interesting. I make God look like I want him to be in my head. Okay. What does that mean? Sneaky Ridge. God gives me the strength to pull through it, and I really don't know how to explain it, but it even calms me down. Okay. Inner lore designs? Interior designs. Dump truck. Wait a minute. Dump truck. Am I getting my garbage taken care of externally? What does a superhero do for those that cannot? They go and fight for them. They'll take on some big threat that the average person cannot take on themselves. So you are imagining God taking care of that for you? Is that what you're saying? Okay. But what do you have a circumstance where you put it in God's hands, you imagine God taking care of it, but then like it comes back up again? This song started off nicely. I do small prayers like the one above, or just say his 108 names, and I just works. It's really a mystery. That is a lot of names to go over. Not enough customers. Yet it's still acting like I don't have enough Retail space. Hmm. No, it's not surprising entirely. I know that Yahweh specifically has many different names. So it does not surprise me that other gods in other religions also have the same thing. Believe but plus God's word. I guess the area that I'm specifically looking, believe equals God's word. I guess the area that I'm specifically focusing in on is ways of successfully quieting thoughts that, like stressful thoughts that is low maintenance, so to speak. Because what I'm at right now, as I'm kind of like exploring different things, is I'm trying to figure out what would work that is not a lot of work in order to properly get my mind to be quiet about stuff, to be at peace with whatever's kind of floating through my mind. And I've been working on allowing myself to feel the things that have been stressing me without trying to immediately figure out what the answer is. I've been working on just kind of being patient with myself through the growth process and not having to have an answer. But I've been wanting to figure out specifically, like, a reliable way that, like, if I find myself to be completely stuck in a certain way of thinking that's stressing me, ways to kind of break that so that I can refocus on better things. I panic and break down. Oh gosh. The remover of obstacles. That's an interesting name. That's my response to your video. Panic at the disco. Disassociation at the grocery store. What I also do is I do slow breathing, similar to the one we do while doing yoga. You have to protect your open portals. What? Protect your eyes. Okay. clinic. I don't need a clinic. But having a playground could be useful, though. Having things be upgraded helps with the general well-being of the area, and likelihood for these buildings to be upgraded, which means more money, more more taxes, stuff like that. I should also probably expand. We're gonna probably need more housing, because though there is a huge need for commercial for some reason, there's also some that are just not making any money at all, which is conflicting with the fact that we need more commercial districts. There's actually 6, I think, gates of energy inside all of us. When you open them, you become more focused and more strong in a sense of spirituality. I think you're referring to is chakras. Limit the amounts of overload of noise versus signal. What does that mean? Nighttime is so difficult. It becomes very dark and very impossible to see much. Unless the moon were to rise and be strong enough. Around you, always a lot of chatter. You would be surprised, but there's actually more than I don't know if I could be surprised. But that is only because it's not like I heavily study that. I'm just basically aware of it. And do not know what to think of it. Give me at a 90-degree angle. We can have some more buildings crop up. Some more medium housing. Focus on listening to signal good reports. What sort of things are lovely, pure, good? If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on those things. Well, when it comes to, you are what you eat. When it comes to taking thoughts captive and everything, that one's been, a little more difficult for me as of late, because I haven't known how to take thoughts captive, but also feel what I feel so I can understand it and know what to do with it at the same time. I have, in the past, focused heavily on taking every thought captive. That was one of the first scripture verses I remember Pastor Whitfield gave, 2 Corinthians 10, 4-6. Take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. And that was his main advice, I remember. And so I did that. But the problem that I ended up having was that at the expense of taking every thought captive to the obedience of Christ the way I was doing it, I was also not being aware of the things that were hurting me or damaging me. I didn't know how to talk about it, and I felt like focusing too much on it would definitely cause issues, and perhaps in some ways it has, but in other ways it's helped me. By examining things that have been bothering me on the inside, it's helped me grow and be able to handle a lot more without being weak about it. It's just the problem is that I still feel like there's some more growing to be done. And maybe that's always going to be the case. There's that line of thinking, too, is that there is always going to be a new mountain to climb and a new valley to go through. Ask the Holy Spirit. Yeah. Which I've been doing. I haven't done it exactly recently, but I have been doing. I've especially just been asking for help in general. I don't know if I can trust the demand specifically for industry because, or commercial, local demand, harbor, labor available, high skill labor available, gas station availability. I don't know about that only because there's some places that are not even making a profit. So it's like, how would I want to create more space for more commercial when the current commercial is not being utilized? Are these things which you're talking about, Gaming Warrior, something that you specifically tested out yourself? There's water here that I can barely see. The things that you are describing does seem strange. I've heard of what you're talking about. I'm not unaware of it, but it does seem strange. Yeah. I have heard testimonials of people doing that, and oftentimes it's kind of sounds more like it turns into a negative thing. Ah, yes, the Guru. Trying to figure out what I want to build. I just wish it was not nighttime. Nighttime makes things so frustrating to try to figure out where to place stuff. Because it's like, I mean, you can see what I see. I can barely see anything. That is a City Skylines special, where it's just so darn dark. I do the same thing. I do not hold back in what I give to the Holy Spirit. And that's the hard part. It's like, I can rest, I'll give it to him, I'll give and I'll talk to him about anything, and I will not hold back. But that does not mean that the lots of thinking goes away, or gets to a place where it's like I can more easily focus on things. I know that Tim has shared some stuff with me tonight that I want to watch, about the whole topic of, and there was a word for it too, that I want to look into. Now, is that the moon? Shining like a frickin' sun, coming through hard. Moon hits different. I don't know. Just hearing the risks that are involved with doing that, I don't think it's a wise idea. Yeah. And I'm working on it for sure. I recognize, fun little thing. This section, this intersection right here, almost reminds me of like some kind of character in a different type of script. Just a funny thing I noticed. I do not understand how the industrial demand or the commercial demand works when you still have things with high rent issues. It's like, why do you keep demanding what you cannot provide? I have a deficit of 15,000 at the moment. I should probably continue to focus on zoning population districts. So I think today I will be ending the stream at 10:30. So we'll go until there. But I want to throw it out there. What are some other ways that you guys have learned how to handle stressful thinking? Is those the main ways? Are there other ways you also do too? What are some fun things, good things, whatever, that you've learned to handle stressful thinking? Work to create an environment for the Holy Spirit to work in. What does that look like? Meditation. Okay. Some chanting that we have, and it's a bit more weird to understand if you aren't from here, but normal thing if you are from here. And that is to make someone or to do something they don't want to do willingly. A chant? You're trying to manipulate a person into doing something? That's interesting. Oops. Nope. Too far. Add some more there. I'm probably going to have to make a separate road eventually for this industrial district to fork off into. Because having the industrial district there and only one way of exit is through this way would probably be not as efficient. Also, I could expand across this river here and then begin a new area. Like, maybe even just, like, to this little gorge? No, peninsula. That's probably the better way of putting it. There. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'm going to expand... I'm going to expand over here. Next. Just wish it wasn't so dark. Move that there. Okay. Focus on signal. That wording confuses me. Oh! We have been upgraded. Yes. I would agree to that. That seems contradictory. If there's something that translates to bad magic, but then it's not bad magic. It's like... It sounds manipulative as the tactic being used. Degree angle. Start there. So we'll have it come across here, and then there'll be commercial districts right there at the front people can come to, and then from there we'll have all the little places people can live here. Along the way. And we can build ourselves little houses. Low commercial... Or low... What do you want to call it? Low... density housing. That's what I was looking for. I knew there was a word for it, just couldn't think of the word. It's actually the energy that used, similar to saying to God that you have to help us. Still sounds strange. Yeah. But when I say strange, I mean more so strange as in not a good strange. More like a bad strange. Okay, good. So now some of these underperforming stores have disappeared and it's back down to that one. So that's good. And now I have low density offices. And I can do low rent housing. Okay. And then connect each one of them. Okay, to there. Cool. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to serve such a god that's manipulative or does stuff like that. That does not seem like a good thing. That just seems like one of those things that results in death of self. I'm very happy with the god that I serve. Right. He will never leave us nor forsake us. Signature building. I will say, I probably should have leveled this out because, goodness, this is... Just imagine living here. You just look up and there's just a hill jutting up into the sky and you're there. It is not exactly visually appealing, one would say. Well, the whole concept of asking God to come to you, like that is something like we as Christians do too. And is witnessed and seen throughout the Old Testament and New Testament. A bunch of people walking together. That's fun. I do love the little details that City Skylines builds into their games. It is nice. This little person has a... Well, I don't know how many people live in this exact Highland Street place, but they have what looks like a swing set that you just sit on, like, multiple people could sit on and swing with, and this little plastic house thing, which looks like a kid would live here. I like these little details. And once they kind of get the much of the, what's the word? Bugs patched out and everything, it'll be even better. Now let's see. We've hit a new milestone, which means we have some development points that we can spend. 4 to be exact. I do want to unlock parking areas, and I do want to unlock advanced road services, too. Because there's been a handful of car wrecks, and in this game, you can prevent car wrecks through, well, some of them, through maintenance. But then we also have parking spaces, which is useful for places like this that I think get people off of the road. Parking availability. Available parking spots across all parking buildings and parking lots in the city, and combined income from parking fees. Without available parking spaces, citizens are forced to park by the roadside, potentially far away from their destination. So having that will give them a little bit of consistency. See. I've got this whole area, and I should expand the roads first before plopping down a parking area. So let's see. Yeah, that should be good. And then to continue down there, 90-degree angle. We go here, go to the parking place. And given the amount of people living here, I think a large parking area should be warranted. So we'll put that here. On this main street. And then build some more medium space housing. Oh, now I'm recognizing that there is this curved street here that could be straightened more, and it's bothering me. No! Oh, it's not straight. Yeah, that... I don't know, that seems... Hey, it is in fact 2023. Balter Pines, a stone monolith diversifies and enhances its surroundings. Signature building. Oh, that's cool. Hello. I don't know. It sounds... Growing up, in Christianity, most of the people, same as the... Jeez. Anyways, growing up in Christianity Gaming Warrior, hearing about that, I don't know, it's just... It makes me appreciate the simplicity of Christianity, hearing that. Right, because you just, like, this whole vindictive, one mistake and you fall down kind of thing. Just hearing about this, just like, Because the most frustrating thing that I kind of go through with my God is just knowing what standards he holds me to, or has called us to, and feeling I'm not able to achieve them. But then his grace and his mercy is there to... there's always grace and mercy to get back up and to try again. Always. But with that, it's just like... I don't know. It just feels toxic. By comparison, it feels toxic. Ugh. I need to fix this road, though. Just look at it. It's just crooked. It makes me sad. Right. It just... I feel like I'm having a panic attack just thinking about all the requirements that go into serving that god. First, to fix this, I would have to destroy here, here, and here. And then rip those people. And then 90-degree angle this son of a gun. And then do it again. And it's going to destroy a business. There we go. And even still, that's... Is that even still an even line? That doesn't feel even, which is weird because it is a 90-degree angle, but the results are not that. It is not cash money. There we go. No! I hate what you just did! Oh well. There we go. That should hopefully reconstitute those ones that have lost their position. Okay, let's see. Now I want to do a little bit of more planting. Fill some of these gaps up with some nice trees. Or not. We'll just continue to hear the sound of me trying to plant something without actually me planting anything. Hello, giant crane. So now, the need for medium housing has gone down, but the need for large-scale housing has increased. So that'd be one thing I can focus on before I close out tonight, is make a section where we'll have a little bit of bigger housing, which can be in this transitionary space here. The only thing is, do I really want to have stoplights in all those sections? Because that could be a pain in the butt. I don't want the entire intersection to be stop signs, though. I just only want part of it to be stop signs. And I don't think there is a really good way about that, sadly. And I agree with that, Dad. This is considered a medium, so I don't think that would necessarily be the same. Reduce the need for those big buildings a little bit. Oh, gosh, it's fun to slowly develop things. Ah, so nice. You can start to see an idea where things are going to go. Para Atma, the Holy Spirit. Yes, literal translation. No one has been complaining about healthcare for a bit, though, so that's been good. Usually been complaining the crap out of how bad it's been. So terrible. Ugh. But I haven't heard of people complain about it for a bit. Statistically speaking, well-being has been going on a downward spiral. Suck. Well, that sucks. Population count, though, should be going steadily up. Number of households up. Population change. Oh, it's showing everything. Got citizens moving in, a lot. And we have citizens moving away, not as much. And then, like, the death rate and birth rate are, like, there's more birth than death. So that's good. Although the death rate is, for as low as it is definitely, like, spiked, apparently. Can I unclicked two of them, and now I only have... Okay. Sure. Okay, good to know. So, Atma, meaning spirit, and Para, meaning holy. Para, that's interesting, because Para in English, I think... Or if is it an English word? Para, in the way that I understand it, means close. Or at least, I think it has something to do with that. I remember that correctly? Let me just check. Pretty sure it has a meaning of, like, close or something. Definition of Para. Paratrooper paragraph. What does the prefix para mean? Alongside of, beside, near, resembling, beyond, apart from, and abnormal. And in this case, it's, spirit, meaning holy. It checks out then. It's actually pretty close. Okay. Let's save this. Save this city. Save. Yes. Okay. Alright. But here will be... Whoop. A good place to end her out. Alright. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for joining in and chatting with me today and providing your perspective on stuff. I appreciate that. I'm going to be live Friday. We're going to have our D&D this Friday. And if everything goes well, I should also have my hair being turned green on Friday as part of finally getting to that reward for the person who won 2 games back. So we will be getting to that. It's going to be very interesting having green hair, temporary as it will be. And I'll probably carry the green hair until sometime within Sunday. But I'll have it dyed then, and I'll see if I can find a way to have that stream so you can watch my hair being slowly turned green with this lovely wax, however it is, for hair dyeing. Just curious. Yeah. We're gonna have some sort of you can't tell because it's green, so my green screen chroma keys it out. So yeah, he'll be on stream helping convert my hair green. So then my entire top of my head will just disappear with this green screen behind me. It'll be gone. So yeah, that'll be Friday, and then we'll have D&D, and then after that, Saturday we'll have the AI battle. And a reminder that the AI battle is going to be fall themed. So that means it could be Halloween themed for whatever thing you want to create, or it could just be anything fall related. A tree losing its leaves, the leaf itself. I don't know. Cold weather. However you want to go about that. Yeah, emo. I don't know if you get emo though, because and my hair's gonna be green. Usually that'd be black if we want to go emo. But still, that's what we'll be doing, and they'll be happening this Saturday. And Noah will be leading that, of course. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're removing the Wheel of Wacky, or not the Wheel of Wacky. There was some wacky thing we're changing for something else that'll be more intuitive. So it'll be fun. You don't want to miss it. But all that said, thank you guys for watching. We broadcast every week on Monday, Friday, and Saturday around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be live again this Friday with some more D&D, as well as my hair turning green. So I love to see you guys then. Have a good night.